Hello, Starseed sister, and a warm welcome to You Do You. A warm welcome, of course, to you if you are here live. I always feel when there are people live present, there's always, yeah, a different, let's say, a different kind of energy. And of course, a warm welcome to you if you are elsewhere in the world and not able to watch this Facebook Live, and if you are catching up on the recording. So, I chose to not get certified. For the past 2 years, I completed 2 year long and, yeah, I have to say, pretty costly trainings at a renowned company that focuses on women. It was a coaching certification program and a group facilitation program. And I was a really good girl, like I learned earlier on. And this little girl, this good little girl, is still in me. So I was really a good little girl. I think I never missed a single meeting with my accountability partners. And of course, I completed all the work. And still, I decided to not get certified. And here are my 3 reasons why I decided to not get these 2 certifications. First of all, I really want to acknowledge that the programs were great. They really were. And I learned a lot. I definitely expanded my skill set. I got additional expertise as a coach and group facilitator for women. And I especially loved the accountability part. And by the way, a couple of those accountability sisters that I got to know in those programs, they are in my Facebook group as well. And now comes the but. But I felt that the system and the tools that I learned did not fit me like a glove. Something was missing. And this something that was missing, I realized that is me. And I felt an urge to tweak what I learned, to add to what I learned, and definitely, and that's contrary to that good little girl in me, to not follow the given recipe. So that was my first reason to not get certified. The second reason is, and I feel that in my starseed bones, it's, yeah, I realized, let's say it like that, I realized that I do not need anybody else's certification. And I want to add, I could also say, I do not need anybody else's approval to do what I came here to do on this planet. And the third reason, and for me, that's the key reason that really made the decision for me, I learned to trust my intuition. And my intuition clearly told me that I didn't need to spend the time and effort to get these 2 certifications. And like you probably, I could wallpaper my office with all the existing certifications that I already have. As I said, what matters to me most is the third reason that I just shared with you. Because, yeah, my intuition is the link to my soul. It's the direct link to my soul. So I better listen to what my intuition tells me, right? If I want to have a joyful and ease filled journey that leads me to the contribution that I believe I came here to make. And I know that you, Starseed Sister, and yeah, I have chills when I say that. And having chills for me is always the sign that there's something in there. There's something meaningful in there. I know that you, bring something to this planet that is so unique, that is so new, that no existing certification can match it or describe it. You and I, we didn't come here to regurgitate or even replicate something that already exists. We came here to build on something that already exists and add our unique gifts and talents to that, to really bring something new into the world that creates a shift in the world like never before. And I hope you can feel by now how important you being you and you doing you matters, not just for your joy, for your ease, for your happiness, because you doing you includes all of that, but also for the highest good of all, for the evolution, for the expansion of the universe. And I want to make that clear. I'm not telling you to not get certified if you are in this particular situation. What I'm inviting you to do is to let go of all the shoulds of other people's opinions, mine included, by the way, and only listen to what your intuition tells you to do. And if your intuition tells you to get certified, please go for it. Please go for it. Let me sum it up. I need to be me. I so feel that. I need to follow what my intuition tells me to do. And you need to be you and you need to do you. You need to listen what your intuition tells you to do. That's it. That's it. I could stop right here. Full stop. And I do realize there's great value in expanding your knowledge and expanding your skills, learning new skill sets. And still, none of that is going to initiate this magical shift that happens when you fully embrace who you are. When you start loving and appreciating yourself for being different than the rest of the world. When you start believing that being and doing you is the best thing that has happened to you and the world. It's this magical shift that unlocks and also highlights maybe. And maybe it gives even birth to your unique gifts and talents. Those unique gifts and talents that only you can contribute to the world. For me, that's a transformational shift that allows us, you and I, to create the change that we desire to see in the world. And that's a given. As a star seed, you came here to impact the world with your gifts. And you doing you is your superpower that helps you get there. So I really want to keep this simple. So I promised you that I am going to share 4 quick tips for you to be you so you can do you even more. Why is that important? Because it is, as everything else, it is a journey. It's an ongoing journey. It's something that we need to be aware of and act accordingly every single day, each and every single day. So let's get to these quick 4 quick tips. Number 1, you being you and you doing you, that's just a decision. It's just a decision. And I invite you to make that decision. Let's make that decision right now. So I decide to be me and I decide to do whatever is in alignment with being me. Can you repeat that in your own words? I decide to be me, and I decide to do whatever is in alignment with being me. Second quick tip. The decision of you doing you, that decision includes you only, no one else. So let's not wait for others to give us permission to be fully ourselves and to act in alignment with who we really are. You are the only person who counts here, the only person. And you already, I would really want to emphasize that you already got all the permission that counts. You got your soul's permission. And you got permission from the universe itself. The universe counts on you to be you and to do you for the highest good of all that is. You are the change maker who is going to make the impact on earth that only you can make. The universe counts on you. I invite you to love yourself so much, so much, that it doesn't matter what other people say or think or do, or don't say or don't think or don't do. Love yourself so much that nothing else matters than what you feel is in alignment with who you really are. Third quick tip. I strongly feel that knowing your values, what's important to you, what you take a stand for, is a critical piece in this. It's like your North Star that lets you decide how you want to show up in the world and what you take a deeply rooted, unwavering stand for, no matter what happens out there. And that's why I invite you to take time to explore your values. They are most certainly pretty unique as well. It might be values like the yearning for freedom, the yearning for love to be lived, expressed, shared on earth, but there is a tweak. There is something unique that you give to these values. So take your time to explore these values and what you take a stand for. Maybe you want to meditate about that, asking yourself, oh, soul, show me my deepest values, my core values. And maybe you want to journal after it or just journal about it. It's key to knowing where we are going and to knowing how we can make our contribution. And lastly, tip number 4, and that is my absolute favorite one: create a power partnership with your beautiful intuition. It's learning to communicate, to flow with your soul, to flow with spirit. And it's key to consistently move in the direction of the best version of who you really are. That's the place where you are absolutely in sync with your gifts, with your talents, with your power to make the contribution that you came here to make. So again, I invite you to take time for yourself. So important. In this busy world, nothing is more important than giving yourself the space that you need and the time that you need to turn inside and get in touch with your intuition. Get in touch with this power partnership, not just with your intuition, but it's a power partnership with your soul that you are creating when you are turning inside. So I invite you to take the time for yourself and just be open and curious about any nudges, about any insight, any knowledge from your soul. Because your soul is always sharing those insights, those nudges with you. It's just a question of, are we really listening? That's it for today. And yeah, what's your biggest takeaway? And which of these 4 quick tips resonates most with you? I'm excited to hear more about that. And I'm very much looking forward to catching up with you in the comments and again next Wednesday, of course, when I go live again. So, sending out lots of love, lots of light. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. And thank you for your contribution. Bye bye for now. Bye.